Now before I start, I want to clarify. I do not hate Colby Covington. So if you think I'm just saying this because I hate him,
You are dead wrong.
but some of you might be thinking, who's this Colby and why would you hate him? Well, let me tell you why. Colby is a very polarizing UFC fighter, and the reason for that is he's political and he trash talks other fighters, which doesn't really get under my skin. I can see why it may get under some people's skin, but I personally don't take it seriously. Although sometimes he does go too far. But the point I'm trying to make is that no, I do not hate Colby. I just don't think he would win against Khamzat, and here's why. Colby can't stop the takedowns. If there's one thing that Hamza is good at, it's takedowns. And Colby has not shown that he can stuff takedowns. Don't get me wrong, he can stop takedowns, but not if the fighter is persistent and elite. And Hamza is both. And if you're one of those people who don't think Hamza is elite,
What you're an idiot.
there is a reason Hamza has dominated all of his previous opponents. Let me put it this way. Do you genuinely believe that Colby will finish all of Hamza's opponents in round 1 or even round 2? And you can say, well, he didn't finish Burns. And to that I say, yeah, because Burns was a bad matchup for Hamza. Speaking of which, Hamza is a bad matchup for Colby. What are the actual ways Colby could win? I hear a lot of people say cardio and striking, but we have actually never seen Hamza be tired while his opponent is fresh. When he fought Burns, they both were tired. Also, that was a war. It wasn't them slightly jabbing at each other until the bell rang. They both were going all out, and so it's no surprise that they both were drained. Therefore, the cardio argument is still up in the air. As for the striking argument, Hamza has shown that he can KO people. Colby, on the other hand, doesn't box with a lot of power. That's just not how he fights. So yeah, Colby may have better striking, but Hamza is the one with power. Also, power beats good striking most of the time. Let's look at Gain versus Ngannou. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Didn't Gain outstrike Ngannou in that one? Yes, he did. However, he did it through kickboxing. Had he boxed Ngannou, he would have been KO'd. Why? Because it closes the distance, which gives the power puncher the advantage, which is why Hamza would likely still beat Colby even if it was standing. And let's not pretend that Colby's striking is so good that he can keep Hamza from hitting him with a power shot. So Colby not only has a disadvantage on the ground, but also standing up. Colby doesn't fight with power, so it's very unlikely that he could knock down Hamza like Burns did. And Colby's takedown defense isn't unstoppable. He has been taken down many times and by lesser grapplers. So the idea that Hamza wouldn't be able to take down Colby is just wishful thinking. And Colby is not better on the ground. Hamza, despite only recently joining the UFC, has more submissions than Colby. And even if Colby defends the takedowns, he doesn't have the power to put out Hamza. I mean, he does, but that's not how he fights. Overall, Hamza is a bad matchup for Colby. And the funny thing is, there are some people out there who say Colby will take down Hamza. And do what? Lay on him? Also, I forgot to mention this. Even if Colby could stop Hamza's double leg takedowns, that's not all the ways Hamza could take you down. Remember, Leon took down Kamaru with the leg trip, and Hamza, he knows how to do that, and more. But let's address some of the arguments that people use against Hamza. Like, Colby has better wrestling credentials than Hamza. I don't know why people think this means anything. Like, you do know that in MMA, you can do things that they don't teach you in wrestling. Plus, Hamza is still adding more to his grappling game, while Colby only uses his wrestling to hold down people, and that only works on fighters who don't have the wrestling skills to overcome it. Now, this doesn't mean that credentials don't matter, it's just about how you use them. If you're an Olympic wrestler and you choose to strike, you'll be beaten by a fighter with a few years of kickboxing experience. Or if you remain stagnant with your wrestling, someone who adds to the wrestling will beat you. And it doesn't matter that they weren't an Olympian. They were improving while you stayed with the same pinning strategy. Or maybe it's been years since you used your wrestling skills, so now you're not as sharp as you once were. Point is, there are many reasons as to why having better credentials doesn't mean you're actually better. But what about cardio? I really don't get why people think this will matter at all. Like, if you think about it, Colby's just fighting Kamaru, a better Kamaru. Colby can't take him down, he has more power than Colby, and his cardio won't win him the fight. Also, people have this idea that Colby's cardio is literally superhuman. I've seen people say Hamza will use up all of his energy trying to submit Colby, then Colby will spend the rest of the fight out striking him. And I'm just like, you guys know that Colby is going to be in the fight while Hamza is trying to submit him, right? Colby isn't going to be outside of the cage watching while Hamza tries to submit a dummy. He's going to be drained just as well. And even if he's not, do you honestly believe that Hamza would be so tired that he wouldn't even be able to throw a punch? Get real. This fight is going to end in the first round, and I don't think you guys understand. I'm not the kind of person to just throw out predictions. If you asked me who would win, Charles versus Islam, I wouldn't be like, this guy's going to win in this round. Why? Because you don't know until it happens. There are a few fights where you know exactly what's going to happen, and Khamzat versus Colby is one of those fights. Let me put it this way. Just because I'm so sure Khamzat would win that fight. If Colby beats Khamzat, I would change my channel banner to Colby is great and I am stupid. However, I have to say this because I'm not an idiot. And I know that if I don't say this here, you guys will think I'm just backing out of it. I will not change it if Colby wins because of luck. Like if he KOs Khamzat with a random punch or kick. He must actually be piecing up Khamzat before the KO. So no Masvidal knee. And I will not change it if Colby wins because Khamzat broke a random bone out of nowhere. Colby must win by either a decision, a submission, or a knockout. Point is, I'm not making this prediction because I don't like Colby. I'm making this prediction because it's so obvious that Khamzat will win that fight. And I know there are people out there who don't agree with me, so if you think Colby is going to win, leave it in the comment section. And I will gladly shut it all down in my next video on this topic. But anyway, that's why I think Khamzat beats Colby. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.